What's going on, y'all? Oceanometra here, back with another figure review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the SH Figuarts 2021 SDCC Event Exclusive Beerus figure.
A very small display of a destroyer's power.
I got mine on Facebook Marketplace for about $100. This is a figure that I've been wanting for a while now, and I'm glad I was able to finally get my hands on him for not too bad of a price, all things considered, especially for how much this figure seems to be going for. So right off the bat, we can see that it's that event exclusive packaging, a color style that Demoniacal Fit has adopted into their own packaging. I always enjoy the colored silhouette that they have on the front of the box. But let's get into it. So with this figure, we don't get a whole lot. We get about the same amount of things we would get with a standard release figure. We get 3 sets of hands, plus an extra hand for a key blast or him scratching his cheek. We get 3 head sculpts and then obviously his tail. So let's get him open. So I'll have to say, for a 1.0 figure, this is a very, very good looking figure. I think the face sculpt looks very accurate to Beerus. I know some of the other 1.0 figures can be a little bit iffy with the accuracy of the face sculpts, but this is dead on Beerus. So I believe the difference between the event exclusive and the regular release, the outline of this sash is silver, and I believe it's just the metallic kind of paint that's added to his chest piece and his jewelry, but I think everything on him looks nice. The shading on the pants is dope. It's dark around his waist, gets a little bit lighter, then darker, and then a little bit of light blue to the bottom piece. Really well done. So let's get into his articulation. So gets decent amount of range on the head. I believe that it's a ball hinge joint, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, just like the 2.0s, it's a ball hinge joint, but a lot of good range for him. Can't complain about it. His shoulder pieces are similar to the 2.0s where they can open out like that, giving you some more depth to his shoulders. So you get almost a T-pose with him if you pull them all the way down. The back piece right here where the peg is for the shoulders is what's blocking him from going any higher, but his shoulders go about that high. Butterfly joint. I don't believe there's a butterfly joint, looking at it right here. So with no butterfly joint, apparently, get about this much range with him, which isn't too bad for not having a butterfly joint. Bicep swivel, nice and smooth. Double jointed elbows right there. Wrist peg is pretty deep. He has a pretty good wrist peg. My fist is a little bit loose on the left hand, so it's kind of pushes out when I put it too far back, but still really good range on the wrists. Ab crunch going forward is pretty minimal, so when he's all the way forward, he gets about that much range, not much when he goes back. Decent amount. It's surprising that going forward he wouldn't be able to get any more than this. It's almost as if he's standing straight. 360 swivel on the hips, and for a 1.0 he can get pretty deep splits. Not fully there, but you can angle him to kick pretty high, about that much. Knee joints are the typical 1.0 knee joints. I guess they're supposed to be double jointed knees, but you know, you see this little hinge right here when you bring it back. Something that they clear up in the 2.0s. Hopefully one day we get a re-release of this Beerus with updated articulation. I would really love to see him as a 3.0. Ankle mobility is pretty decent. This far down, this far up. So a little bit more than 90 degrees going up. Toe hinge, about yay high. Not bad. And then his tail has a little movement to it. The tail itself is a softer plastic, but it's not, there's no wire in it to pose it, so it's in one position. But now let's take a look at his head sculpts. So he has a serious face, a shouting or powering up face, and depending on the angle you pose it, a yawning or eating face. Now let's take a look at his hands. He comes with a pair of fists, a pair of hands to hold Whis' staff, a pair of open palm key blast hands, and a hand you can use for taunts or key blasts. All in all, this is a pretty great figure. Would I say that it's worth the $100 that I paid for it? Yes and no. I mean, it's a great looking figure. Like, it's probably the best looking Beerus posable figures that we've gotten. This is the only SH Figuarts we've gotten, but compared to the Dragon Stars figure, this one blows it out of the water, hands down. It was originally $50 when it was released, so for that price at the time, definitely worth it. But for $100, you know, if they re-release him with more accessories and updated articulation, I would say he could be worth, you know, $80 to $100. I'm hating the prices that Tamashi's coming out with these newer figures, fewer items and higher prices, so hopefully they don't price him up too high if they were to reissue him with updated articulation. Hopefully they would give us a Ki Blast or some type of accessory to go with him. But other than that, on a scale from 1 to 7 Dragon Balls, I would definitely have to give him I'd give him a 6.
Wow.
Honestly, 6 Dragon Balls out of 7. He poses really well. The painting is great on him. Articulation is nice for a 1.0. The only thing that prevents me from giving this a 7 Dragon Balls out of 7 is just the lack of accessories that we get with him. For even being an event exclusive, even a couple extra hands would have sufficed, but I'm still happy with the figure. I'm glad I got him. I know he's an older figure, but he's one that I've wanted for a while, and I'm glad I finally got my hands on him. Let me know in the comments if you guys had this Beerus, or if you would ever plan on getting this Beerus figure. I definitely would recommend it, and I definitely want to find Whis to pair up with him to pose. Whis I know isn't posable at all. He's pretty much a statue, but they pair well together. That Whis figure also looks really good. So yeah, that's it for today, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification button so you get notified every time I drop a review. And until next time, peace.